After the day she was denied in front of the entire village, Momangozi did not die. But something inside her quietly faded away. The laughter that once filled her small compound disappeared. The woman who used to greet everyone on the road, who would stop to ask about their children, who would share the little she had, became a shadow of herself. She stopped going to the market. At first, people thought she was just resting. After all, what she went through was not something anyone could easily recover from. But days turned into weeks, and still, she did not return. Her small store remained empty. Her voice, once warm and lively, was now rarely heard. Neighbors began to visit her, bringing food, trying to keep her company. Mama Ngozi, you need to eat, one would say gently. She would nod, forcing a weak smile. Thank you. God will bless you. But the moment they left, the silence would return, thick and heavy, filling every corner of her heart. It wasn't hunger that became her. It was heartbreak. Yet every evening, no matter how tired she felt, Mama Ngozi would step outside. Slowly, carefully, as though each step carried the weight of her pain, she would bring out her small wooden stool and sit at the edge of her compound. Her eyes always fixed on the same place. The road. That dusty road that led out of the village, and back into it. The same road her daughter had taken years ago, full of dreams and promises. The same road she returned on, only to deny her. Still, Mama Ngozi waited. Not because she was foolish. Not because she had forgotten. But because a mother's heart does not know how to give up on her child. Even when that child has broken her. Children passing by would whisper among themselves. Is she still waiting? Yes, she believes her daughter will come back. And deep down, despite everything, she did. Far away from the quiet pain of Umudora, Adaora lived in a completely different world. The city embraced her like a queen. Her name opened doors. Her presence commanded respect. Business deals flowed in faster than she could count. Meetings filled her schedule. Assistants moved at her command. Adaora, the contract has been approved, one of them said with a smile. She barely looked up. I expected nothing less. Success had become her normal. At night, she attended exclusive parties where the rich and powerful gathered. Glasses of champagne clinked under soft golden lights. Laughter filled the air. You're unstoppable, a man told her, admiration clear in his voice. You've built something incredible, another added. Adaora smiled, lifting her glass slightly. This is just the beginning. And everyone believed her. She looked like someone who had everything under control. Someone who had left the past behind completely. But the truth was, the past had not left her. Because when the lights went off, when the music faded, when she was finally alone in her large, expensive apartment, silence crept in. And with it, came memories. At first, it was just a thought. A passing image. Her mother's face. Then it became more. Clearer. Stronger. My daughter. The voice felt so real that Adaora sat up abruptly one night, her heart pounding hard against her chest. She looked around. Nothing. No one. Just darkness. She exhaled, shaking her head. It's nothing. But it didn't stop. Each time she tried to sleep, the same moment replayed in her mind. Her mother reaching out. Her voice trembling with love. The confusion in her eyes. The silence after the words. I don't know this woman. Adaora turned on her bed, frustrated. I did what I had to do, she muttered to herself. And for a moment, she believed it. But not completely. The next morning, she stood in front of her mirror, adjusting her blazer. Everything about her was perfect, her hair, her outfit, her posture. Control. That was what she needed. Control over her image. Over her life. Over her past. Her phone buzzed on the table. She picked it up. A message from an unknown number. Was that woman really your mother? Her expression changed, just slightly. Then, without hesitation, she deleted the message. I don't have time for this, she said coldly. And just like that, pride took over again. Stronger than guilt. louder than truth. A few days later, Adaora stood before an audience at one of the biggest business conferences in the city. The room was filled with powerful people, investors, executives, media personalities, all eyes on her. She held the microphone with confidence, her voice steady and commanding. Success, she began, is about growth. It's about leaving behind limitations and becoming more. The audience nodded, drawn in by her presence. You cannot keep thinking small and expect to achieve greatness, she continued. You cannot behave like village people and expect to succeed. Laughter broke out across the room. Loud, encouraging. Adaora paused, a slight smile forming on her lips. Some people are too comfortable with poverty, she added. Too comfortable staying exactly where they are. More laughter. More applause. But not everyone found it amusing. Among the audience stood a young man, quiet and observant. His expression was different. Not impressed. Not entertained. Disappointed. Slowly, he raised his phone and began to record. When the event ended, Adaora was surrounded immediately. That was powerful. You spoke the truth. You're an inspiration. She accepted the praise effortlessly, her confidence unshaken. She had no idea that something had already been set in motion. Because somewhere else, far from her reach, the young man uploaded the video. He added a simple caption. This is the same woman who denied her own mother in public. Now listen to how she talks about village people. And then he pressed post. At first, nothing seemed to happen. But then the video began to move. Slowly. Quietly. From one phone to another. From one group to the next. People started watching. Recognizing. Reacting. Comments began to appear. Is this not the same woman? This is wickedness. How can someone be like this? She is heartless. The video spread faster than anyone expected. Across platforms. Across cities. Across people who had never even heard of Adaora before. And yet, in her apartment that evening, Adaora sat comfortably, completely unaware. She poured herself a drink, leaning back as if the world was exactly where she wanted it to be. Her phone lay beside her. Buzzing. Again. And again. And again. But she ignored it. For now. Because she did not know that her words had already begun to destroy everything she had built. Cliffhanger. Her phone screen lights up again. Hundreds of notifications. Messages flooding in. One stands out. You need to see this, it's everywhere. And for the first time, something begins to shift.